Hello everyone, welcome to Cellopedia. This is Maxim. We continue working on cello method Dotzauer-Klingenberg. Today it will bring us to the sixth position. We will work on exercises 204, 205 and 206. The exercise number 204 actually consists of many tiny exercises. Each of them is 2 measures long. I will repeat each of them 2 times, but feel free to play 2, 4, or even dozens of times the same exercise. This is how we learn. This is the best way to practice, especially when you learn something new. Remember, it is written in tenor clef. The first note is G on the A string. Make sure that it's perfectly in tune. For reference, you can check it with open G. Now you are ready to play, and we will play it in tempo quarter note 60. For the next measure, you are not going to make many shifts from the first to the sixth position, but you will just stay in the same sixth position. And now we will start in a half position and we will make all the way up to the sixth position. And this is chromatic scale, where distance between every note is just half step. And the last line will give us a chance to make long shifts from lower positions to the high positions. Make sure that you are not in a hurry to make those shifts. It will be very useful to hear how you make it there. This way, it's okay to hear the slide, glissando, between those notes. Once you get confident making those shifts, you can limit how much of this glissando you will be making. You might want to start like this. Then play a little bit faster. And then try to play with very little glissando. Make sure you make each step as many times as you need. And now I will play the last line for you, and I will try to hide those slides. But you will be able to hear a little bit of that. And that's a beauty of playing a string instrument, where every shift you make will imitate the way people sing. If you listen to the best singers, you will hear that they very often connect different notes, and it makes it to sound more special, more personal, more human. The exercise number 205, I played for you in tempo quarter note 60. Here we have to master many different shifts. And for a couple of shifts to the sixth position, you have very little time. Of course, you have to work on them just 2 notes at a time. For instance, the third measure of the third line, for this shift, you just play. As many times as it takes for you to get used to that. By the way, if you miss the shift, don't correct it right away, but rather remember which way you missed it. And next time you play it, remember about that and try to take care of that. For instance, if you make a shift too high, then next time remember about that and aim a little bit lower. You can also look at your left hand. I would discourage you from marking your fingerboard. It might be a solution at first, but later on you will not be able to use it much. You cannot look at your left hand all the time. Not to mention that it will not look good, because other people will notice that. But the main reason why you should avoid marking your fingerboard is that you actually have to get used to listen all those shifts. And once you have very good idea how to make this shift, how it feels like, how it sounds like, trust me, you will never need to look at your fingerboard to find those marks you put there. And now I will play this etude for you in tempo quarter note 92. The exercise number 206 is much more melodic. So you will have to make more artistic, interesting choice how you are going to make all those shifts. And remember, some of them you can actually make with a trace of slide. Just make sure that you listen and make sure that you like how it sounds. It is very important to make sure that your left hand is as relaxed as possible. When you think about making a long shift, you have actually to feel joy. Because long shifts, it's something special which every cellist can make really well. For instance, a shift in a third measure. Just make sure that you practice it and you pay attention to your relaxed left hand. You might want to play it with some vibrato, or you might choose to play non-vibrato. But regardless, make sure that you are working on making this shift with a smooth, continuous slide. Your finger has to keep pressing on the string. And you start with the first finger, and then it starts moving and other fingers join. If you find yourself making this shift like this, jumping from one spot to another, this is incorrect technique. I will play this exercise in tempo quarter note 72. I hope you got a chance to play along with me. And if you are interested to play with the second part, teacher's part, I recorded it and posted for Cellopedia supporters on Patreon. Check out the link in the description, become the Patreon supporter, and we will play together. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again on Cellopedia.